I haven't done a video in a really long time because I've been so slammed with writing offers after offer after offer and getting outbid, especially on luxury, which has been nuts in the Knoxville market lately. But I haven't done a video in a long time, and this is going to be a video about renting versus owning because it seems to be one of the biggest either misconceptions or not understood situations, both by real estate agents and investors and homeowners and renters. And I'm starting to see a lot of realtors posting videos who, one, I look up your information and you don't own a home. Two, you don't own a rental. Three, you don't know what you're talking about. So let's fix this misconception. If you want to say something to me, that's fine. I own 4 properties. 3 of those are rentals. So we're building our rental portfolio and we're selling our empty lots as well to builders and partnering with them. So I have a little bit of experience as well as 100 home sales a year for the last 4 straight years. So yeah, little experience there. And I just wanted to preface all that with my background and history in the Knoxville, Tennessee market as a real estate agent and investor. So that's let's get that out of the way. Now let's actually talk about renting versus owning, because there's a lot of misconceptions about renting. People say renting is a waste of your money. It is if you don't have any extra money, or I'm sorry, it isn't if you don't have any extra money. Listen, if you pay $500 a month in rent and you don't have any expendable income outside that $500, meaning you pay $500 a month in rent, it's all a numbers game, and you pay $100 in utilities a month, that's $600 a month, and you literally have $0 left over in the bank, you do not need to buy a house. That simple. It's literally that simple. Because what happens when you are a home owner, let's be honest, shit happens. Okay, so your stove goes out, your dishwasher goes out, you get a hole in your roof because a tree fell on it and you don't have the best coverage on your home insurance. Your escrow account falls through, or something breaks, or a toilet gets loose. Something happens, you have $0, you don't need to spend extra money. Stay renting. End of story. Save your money, but stay renting, right? So that is a literal cutoff. If you are renting and you are paying $500+ a month in rent because you don't want to mow a yard or take care of something, you are literally pissing your money down the drain. End of story. It is that simple. Owning a home is an investment. That's if you own the correct home and your real estate agent and your lender actually have a financial conversation with you. Financial planning is massively important in owning a home. You buy your first home, you get excited about your first home, you want everything to be perfect, you start spending a lot of money that you don't have and you go into negative equity. What negative equity means is if you buy a house for $100,000 and it appraises for $100,000 and you go spend $25,000 in upgrades that aren't going to give you $40,000 in return, you are now in a negative $25,000 and you are renting your own home from your lender with negative dollars. Don't do that, okay? When you buy a home, if your major goal at the end of this conversation, at the end of 30-year mortgage, 15-year mortgage, is to own several other homes and build generational wealth, if that's the goal, okay, that needs to be the goal. If it's not the goal, keep scrolling. If that's your goal, you buy a house for $100,000, you move into the house for $100,000, you maintain the house, you pay the house down to $40,000 as quickly as you possibly can by paying extra on your principal. Let's say that again, pay extra on your principal, okay? You have $60,000 now in positive equity. Your lender will lend you 80% of that $60,000. You take that money, you use that as your down payment to purchase another house. While you are in escrow period on that house, you put out a lease agreement. I don't care if you go to Zillow, apartments.com, homes. I don't care what you use. Use a property manager, use a realtor. Don't care how you do it. Go put that home out there for rent for the 1.15% rule. So 1 to 3%, whatever you can get in your market, okay? Get your lease, get it under contract, get your last month's rent, get your deposit, take that money, put it into your corporate rental company account that you're going to start for $600 through any CPA can do that for you, okay? So now you've taken money that you're paying on a house that you live in. You've taken money, which is equity, out of that home because you've paid your first home down. You've taken that money, you've gone and used that money to make a down payment purchase on another property, and before it even closes, you have a renter in place. This is how you build wealth using property. It is a longer process than a lot of people make it out to be. You see a lot of these people out there like, bam, kazam, oh, I can do this in 30 days or less with no money down. It's so easy. There's a lot of things that are simple, but they are not easy. And you must manage your finances properly if this is your end goal. If it isn't your end goal, call us and we'll help you find what that is for you if real estate is your future. But again, renting versus owning is so much more complex than the simplicity of renting is throwing away money. It may or may not be. But having equity in your house and understanding that your first home purchase is the 80% that you can borrow on your lender against, knowing what that equity turnout could possibly be, knowing where to spend your money, knowing what agent to hire to help you through it, is very important. So give us a call if you need us, 865-237-7328, justhomesgroup.com.